Hello everyone, we're going to have a look at the rule of 11, and most of you will be aware that it can be used by declarer, but we're going to concentrate really on how defence might use it too. So let's recap on the rule of 11. It's used when you think the lead is thought to be in fourth from an honour. So it would be a low-ish card led to a no-trump contract, so something like the 7. So if you think that the preferred leads are top of a near sequence of 3 or an internal or broken sequence, then such a card would be high. So when you have a low-ish card, then you tend to think, against no trumps, that it's fourth from an honour. And the rules for using the rule of 11 are you subtract the face value of the card from 11. So in the case of the lead of the 7 of hearts, 7 taken away from 11 gives you the answer 4. And that means that there are 4 cards out higher than the 7 held by the other 3 hands. So we'll have a look at that. So there we are, just a reminder. So let's pretend the contract is 3 no trumps by West. And there's the lead, that 7 of hearts we were talking about. And we then see dummy go down, and we can see the 8, 5, 2. So and on the other side, we are holding the ace, queen, 10, and 4. So we can see the 8, the 10, the queen, and the ace. So that's the 4 that we got from the result that are missing. So the king, jack, and 9, plus the 7, of course, must be held in North's hand. So, and sure enough, on this deal, king, jack, 9, 7, and the 3 were held by North, which means that South must only have cards lower than the 7. And so if I were to play the 8 on that, it's high enough to win. It also gives you valuable information about where cards are if you're going to finesse. Now, a finesse isn't appropriate here, but if we were going to finesse, let's pretend that we're going to finesse from this hand through South towards West. Now, because of the lead, we know that the high cards now are in North's hand, and we would know that the finesse would be absolutely pointless. We're never going to win. So, but defense can use it too. So let's have a look at a lead of a 6 of spades. And dummy goes down, and we can see the ace, queen, and 8. And we do our rule of 11 calculation. As defender, 11 minus 6 is 5. Oh, we can see the 8, we can see the queen, and there's the ace. So 3 of that 5 are held by dummy. Now we look at our hand, and we can see the 9 and the king. So that's all 5 now are in our hands. So West cannot hold a card higher than 6, and therefore we can make one trick by taking with the 9, assuming they play the 8, but taking the 9, and when the lead comes around this way, we can make our king. So let's have a look at how that would go. They leave the 6, and there's the 2 hands we just looked at. So they play the 8, and it's taken by the 9. And now South needs to put North back on lead by switching. Remember last week we talked about switching. So that the lead can come through this way to make the king. So let's have a look. Defense using it. Here's a contract. Confidently bid 1 no trump, passing, and 3 no trumps. And this time the lead is the 7 of spades. So South can calculate, South as the defender, can calculate 11 minus 7 is 4. And what can we see? We can see 4. The queen, the 8, the king, and the 10 make up that 4. So once again, poor old West has got nothing higher than a 7. And furthermore, we can deduce now that North must hold the ace, jack, and 9. And sure enough, there's the hand of this deal.
So 6 and 2 held by poor old West. So what should South play? Well, assuming that we could play the 5 and the 7 that was led will win. So we could play low on that. And now North plays the Jack, and Declarer would cover it with the Queen, and South now makes their King. And that's how we got the 2 tricks instead of 1. What would you do on this hand? Well, let's assume that you're all going to open 1 no trump with a balanced hand and 14 points is a good 14. We've got aces, we've got supported honours left, right and centre. We've got jacks, 10s, 9s all over the place. Quite a strong hand. And on this side we've got 13. And with 13 and a 4-card major, at least 1, we will use Stamen. We say, well, ours is spades, and they say, oh, if that's not the one I want, I'll evaluate my hand. How good is my 13 points? Well, it's good enough to go 2 NT. It's a 12-ish hand. 4, 3, 3, 3, 1 supported honour, and the rest are a bit isolated. So we're downrated to 12, 2 NT. Fortunately, our partner evaluates that 4, 3, 3, 3, and as we said earlier, it is a good hand. They're going 3 NT. So now, against that contract and the way it was bid, what would you lead from this hand? And the answer is the 5 of clubs. Don't just naturally lead 4th from an honour. You look at the bidding. Clearly, East has hearts, West has spades. So you're going to avoid leading from a major and lead from a minor, and we'll play middle up down in clubs. So we chose the suit first. Remember, do not rely on the formula of saying 4th from an honour. And would I be right to do that? Well, this is the double dummy analysis, playing 3 NT by West, and the yellow cards show danger, where you only make 3 tricks. Look, the little 3 underneath each of the cards says how many tricks you will make if you led that card. However, if I lead a club, including my 5 of clubs, I will make 4 tricks. So we will keep them to the 3 NT rather than allowing them to make over tricks. So again, 1 no trump, different hand. And now there's 12 sat the other side, and you evaluate it. It's not a 4-3-3-3. 2 of the suits have got support, ace, jack, ace, 10. So it's a good hand. It's not weak. Don't downrate it. Go straight to 3 NT. So what would you lead from there? Well, this is a different situation now, isn't it? Excuse me. Because now they haven't gone looking for a major. So it's fair enough to assume you're going to lead from a major, and your 4th from an honour will apply. You can lead the 2 of hearts now. And would I be right in doing it? Well, I wouldn't be wrong, which is good enough for me. So any lead actually would keep them to 3 tricks. But the value of leading 4th from an honour is your partner understands you have given some information to your partner. Incidentally, you don't need the ace and king of diamonds because that's top of a sequence of 2, not 3. So, and there's the other hands. And what should Declarer play from dummy? They should play the jack. I played the jack, and there we are on the other side of the table, 10, 9, 3, because they use the rule of 11 in order to calculate that. So what would you do now? Again, a 1 no trump opener. 11 points the other side. We evaluate it, no intermediates, and we just pass that, right? You never have 11 points. You either uprate it to 12 or downrate it to 10. And given the shape of the hand, take a point off. Given that you've got no support in 3 suits, then downrate it to a 10 and pass. Okay, so that's the bidding. Now, what would you lead from this hand? And you can't lead what you would normally do, 8 or 6 of spades. Sorry, you would lead from an honour, and it doesn't really matter. You're going to do middle up down. Remember, suit first, no attempt to find a major fit. Do not rely on the formula of leading fourth from an honour, because if you did, that's the yellow cards, look. The greens will keep them to 2NT, only making 5. However, if I lead the king of diamonds or lead fourth from an honour, then we will keep them down to making the contract either. So there we are.